Hey, Isaac, how you doing? We'll get you some questions here. First question is going to be from Max Torres of Scoop Duck.
Hey there, Isaac. Yeah, just a question I have for you is, there's a lot of talk about these young linebackers and the potential that they have to be great in this system. As a veteran guy, how have you kind of been helping some of the younger guys get comfortable in this defensive system?
First thing I told them was communication. Coaches look for that. If from walkthrough, even when we're going to practice, if you sound confident in yourself, they're going to be confident for you to play. So I just told them, just study your playbook. Every time you get off, go in the playbook. Minus all the distractions from the outside people, social media. Just get in your playbook, because that was the biggest thing for me. I told them was when Troy let me, just study your playbook, get in the film room, go outside, just get with the older guys and just help you, to work on things, the little things. All the little things matter, especially on this level.
Next question is from AJ Jacobson of Rivals.
Isaac, I asked Coach Cristobal earlier this week to talk about the linebackers, and the first guy he mentioned was you. And what he was saying was that something really clicked in you, and that he's seen you really step up lately and now, even though you've already had a great career here at Oregon. What do you think has clicked in you? Why do you think he said that?
Leadership role. You have to fill shoes like Troy Dye, and Troy Dye left a humongous gap in our defense. All the things he's done over his career for Oregon. And I felt like I had to be the guy to step into that position. So, just leading our young guys, showing them that, you don't always have to be vocal to be a leader. Work by example. And, that was the big factor for me, because everyone knew I wasn't a talkative guy. I wasn't one to go yell out, calls. But, taking that role last year and having Troy as by my side, really just build up my confidence. And just, again, filling his shoes was a big factor for me. I know it was a lot of questions about him, who's going to fill his shoes and who's going to take over the mic. And I took that really on my shoulders, to fill that hole in this defense.
Oh, that's not good.
You're muted.
Isaac, with the guys who opted out, you're now the leading returning tackler on this team. Just as you mentioned, the leadership role you have, but how do you personally go about filling some of the production, well, not just of Troy, but of everybody, and where do you see the rest of the production from Troy and Javon and Thomas and Brady coming from across the defense?
Like a lot of coaches told us, it's an opportunity for the young guys to step up, fill their roles, not be the guys who opted out, but be greater than them. This is an opportunity for them to showcase themselves and, showcase that coaches can believe in them and they could fill the roles that's left by the guys left, like Javon, Brady Breeze, TG. we're going to miss them for sure, but just, again, it's an opportunity for those guys to step up and, again, showcase themselves.
You're muted, Todd. We can't hear you.
Hey, Isaac. There's not a lot of margin for error with only 7 games in terms of the virus or just getting ready from day one to play that first game. Do you feel like this being Andy's second year coordinating the defense, you guys, will be ready to go on November 7th, and that'll be an advantage for you guys?
Yeah, I believe so. With him being his second year, I can see that the installs are getting more in depth, meaning there's more plays getting cut in, there's more different schemes being run. But again, this is an opportunity for the young guys to step up, because we're going to need, a dependable depth chart. The ones really can't run out there for 60 plus plays, and it's just from the leader standpoint, from all positions, just getting the young guys to build on their confidence from the play calling to know where they align, their assignment, and just building their confidence up so they could, when the ones want to take a break, the twos or threes are just as good as the ones.
Next question's from the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
There we go. Thanks for being there. The last third of the season last year, last 3 or 4 games, your game changed. I mean, you stepped up. We were calling your name a lot more. You were more a part of that defense. Did something click that could carry over this year? What was it that did you even notice that you'd improved?
It was actually one of my family members, even my mom, my dad, they told me I felt like I had to prove something in the beginning. Then when I got my name out there, I got a little complacent. So I kind of like eased off, kind of like, okay, Troy's there. The other guys are here. They can make plays. So I kind of got complacent with myself. I was just being there making calls. And, once when my parents told me, go make a play for yourself, you're kind of slacking. That kind of clicked in my head. I was like, okay, now it's my turn to go. It's time for me to step up, be that leader again, just be that Mike Backer for the defense.
Next question, Eric Scopel from 247 Sports.
Hey, Isaac. You mentioned and referenced Troy a couple times and in ways he's helped you as a leader. Maybe not as a leader, but just in terms of filling that spot. What kind of ways can you use him as an example in terms of the player you want to be this year?
Just go out there and make plays. He dealt with a lot of injuries, a lot of players going in and out, a lot of coaches going in and out of his career. And, from his standpoint, or from my standpoint, just watching him was just a playmaker. No matter what defense it was, no matter what the circumstance it was, because he was injured a lot throughout the season, and, that didn't stop him. So that's kind of the mindset I kind of want to undertake and go into the season with.
Next question, Matt Preem, 247 Sports.
Yeah, Isaac, last year you took over the duties of making the checks and the calls for the defense. I'm curious for yourself, now you have an extra year of experience doing that. How much do you feel like that's going to help you for this year? And just kind of what are the focuses for you to build off of individually last year for you this year?
Probably just fundamentals and technique for me. Trying to move into the will position, which Troy played last year. It's now depending on whoever's playing the mic to make the calls and the checks. But for me to just be there knowing that I did that last year, I could always help them no matter their situation. But for me personally, just probably just getting better fundamentally and, working on my techniques.
Next question, Tyson Alger from The Athletic.
When you go into the offseason with the goal of wanting to become a better leader, but then you guys are away from your teammates just due to the circumstances we've had, how did you actually take it upon yourself to go about doing that? And then once you guys got back here a couple of weeks ago, I mean, just what's it like being back around everybody after so much?
When we're away, just hitting guys up, texting them, whatever you need, I got you. Just being that, that person they could depend on, especially the young guys with all their talent coming in. Just being that voice, that they could have someone, when things get rough, they could lean on, depend on me to be there. And when we got back here, it's just not really just being a vocal guy. Like I said, just showing them by action. Whatever I do, they could follow. Whatever, if it's a positive thing, they could again show off me.
Last question, James Crepea from The Oregonian.
Isaac was curious, what changes from a schematic standpoint for you guys when you're in the true base 4-3 versus like when Lamar would have been out there last year, but this year it could be Ajax, it could be anybody on the strong side versus nickel. What schematically changes for you guys when that happens, and do you think you're going to be doing it more when it's a lot more pro style teams in a shorter season than usual?
Yeah, I feel like with the guys we have, it really depends who we're playing. We have a lot of guys to fill positions like Lamar. Ajax is going to be, he could be a base nickel type of guy. He could play his 9 tech and, play with the big guys when the 12 personnel comes in. So it really depends on the scheme we're running, on the team we're playing, because it goes. I mean, it's a lot different when we play Wazoo or Cal, when it's Temple, run and gun, shoot. So I mean, it really depends who we have out there and the team we're playing.
Thank you, Isaac.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.